Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle. Well, another fight night is concluded. I'm talking about the big fight involving Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. There was a lot of hype leading up to this big fight amongst these lightweight fighters. Both of them were undefeated before this fight actually concluded. And it was sort of split where people were picking Tank Davis to win while others were picking Garcia to win. Ryan Garcia, that is. I'm going to tell you that, look, there is a big difference between boxing and prize fighting. And when you watch some of these recent fights, you know it's all about the money. I'm not talking about the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder heavyweight series. Those guys were trying to kill each other. That was boxing at its best. Yeah, both fighters were going to get paid a lot of money, but it was more than money involved because they were actually hitting each other. They were knocking each other down and getting back up in the process. Yeah, you could tell real boxing from prize fighting. I could think of a couple of hundred other real boxing matches involving many iconic great fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas the Hitman Hearns, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran, Floyd Mayweather. Back in the day when Floyd was knocking people out, when Floyd was knocking his opponents out, it was about boxing. But when it became about the money, it gravitated more towards prize fighting. Yeah, Floyd, he couldn't get hit and he can hit, but he wasn't trying to knock people out because he didn't want to take too much risk. But Floyd is a great boxer. I can't take anything away from him there, but something about the money which makes you not as aggressive or hungry as if you were just fighting for the thrill of victory as a opponent contestant. But once you've obtained like all those vast riches and notoriety, and once you get those belts, then it becomes more about prize fighting. Well, it does with some boxers. Now let's go to this fight that just happened. It was hyped up to be a major thing. And then this guy, Ryan Garcia, went down from a body shot initially. Then we know he was knocked out from another body shots. Now come on. Look, with my age, I've seen so many boxing wars through the 1980s, 90s, 2000s, and no fighter would just go down from just a body blow to the chops or to the stomach. They would chuck it up, suck it up, and get back up and go to war. I seen boxers bloodied and bruised, and I seen fighters try to kill each other, and they stuck in it. Hey, how much is this guy getting? Look at the purse. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, well, this fight was fixed. It looked like Garcia took a dive, and I'm one of those such people. A way to determine that is how much were both fighters getting paid? You know, how much was involved? What were the stakes? What was the betting? Like the overall betting, like, you know, you can sort of determine if something is rigged. Now, I'm not making any accusations. I don't want to accuse anyone of foul play, but come on. Like if you're a boxer, and certainly if you're a championship caliber boxer, then you're going to condition yourself thoroughly in order to take body blows and all that. You're going to, and you know that like sort of, when you taking body shots to sort of like brace for it, like even if you can't completely see it coming, get in there and then all of that. Like I'm saying, like it's a difference, people. You want to see those very rich championship boxers kill each other, but you're not going to see that anymore because that sport has become more about prize fighting, meaning they are all for the money more so than they are to get a thrill of victory out of it or to even win a championship belt. And if fighters do seek to win a championship belt, it's so that they can make more money. That is the objective. And boxers also want to stay healthy. No one wants to get brain damage. All those Rocky movies that you've watched in the past, those are cautionary tales. The stuff that happened to Rocky / Sylvester Stallone is stuff that no boxer would want to go through at all. Like he was taking unnecessary punishment and he didn't have to. All he had to do was get a trainer to condition him to avoid punches and dodge punches, and then none of that would have ever happened. But Rocky Balboa was a fictional boxer, but he was a tough type of competitor, someone that many hold in admirations because Rocky wasn't just a prize fighter. He was a boxer. He was a warrior. He had a heart of a lion. Some of what Evander Holyfield would become reminds me of Rocky Balboa. Evander Holyfield was like Rocky in terms of he can absorb any amount of punishment and he's still standing and he'll stick around and swing back and throw back and he'll throw at you tooth and nail and hang around to the 12th round. So he reminded me of Rocky that way. And Evander Holyfield is the closest to a Rocky Balboa that someone could come to being Rocky. I know, but that is another story. We're talking about boxing now. Well, the heavyweights, they try to, it seems like that's about boxing. They're trying to hurt each other. We know it's about payments, but I've watched a couple of fights where it seemed like a couple of heavyweights went down because they didn't want to take too much punishment. So those people don't have hearts and, they want to be healthy and rationally sane-minded in order to enjoy the money. No one wants to be knocked crazy, like that. I can understand that. Yeah, that's just my take on it. These days, on the average, if you get hyped up for a big fight, you wait around and then you get to the fight. Sometimes it don't live up to your expectations. Don't get me wrong, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, their fights are excited. Their fights are very exciting. Those are the big boys. You're going to see legitimate knockouts in there. You're going to see brawls and stuff like that. In the old Tyson era of boxing and all that, Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, all of that. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Boxing was boxing back in the day. Yeah, but you move on to further generations ahead, like you'll get boxers that are about flash, pizzazz, and all that. They are about accumulating massive amounts of wealth. They are about parties, the jewelry, the cars, and they're certainly not in it to take any unnecessary punishment, but that's the name of the game. Now, MMA fighting, those fighters are hungry. They don't make as much as professional boxers. Well, some of them do, the more popular ones do, but it's always been the case where boxers have earned more money than MMA fighters. And we know MMA involves all types of martial arts styles. Those guys are hungry in the MMA. But the boxers are spoiled, or the professional boxers, they're rich, lazy, spoiled. They don't want to get hurt. You hit them in the chest and the side or the stomach, they go down. They don't want to give up. They don't want to get back up to take another dangerous blow, supposedly. And we know that Ryan Garcia wasn't hurt. You saw him, he had a 10 count. He had enough time to recover. If he got the wind knocked out of him, he had more than enough time. You could see him, he wasn't even hurt. His eyes wasn't glassy. He could have got back up. All you do is shake off that body blow. And it didn't appear like he had the wind knocked out of him. And we can't keep paying all this money for that type of stuff. They say that fight was $80 on pay-per-view, $85. And the tickets might have been 5 or 10,000 at ringside. People are not paying all their money to see that. Like, you can't act scary. Hey, if you're scary, if you're afraid, you shouldn't be in the game. You're supposed to get in that fight and fight tooth and nail, fight to the last breath. And whatever happens, happens. That's the name of the game, people. Yeah, well, let me know what you think about what I had to say. I appreciate your opinions. And please give me those likes too and subscribe to my channel.